All right, folks, we're live. We're back at Memorial Arena here in Kelowna. We got our hometown Rockets back in action going up against the Kamloops Blazers. So let's take a look at the starting lineups right now. Starting in net today is going to be the big dog, Alex McCoggan. Lineup scratches today, Cecilia Smith. She's made the trip to Kamloops to play with the U18 girls team, help them bring home the gold medal there up the River City Challenge or whatever it's called there. Let's go take a look at the standings here so far this season. Top of the table, Kelowna Rockets with 19 points. In second place, close behind there is the Trail Smoke Eaters. And third place behind them is Salmon Arm. They got a game going on right now, which I'm assuming they won, so they'll be up to 15. We'll have that updated by tomorrow. If we take a look at it right now, here's your league leaders as far as scoring goes. In first place with 24 points is Logan Day. Second place is Davin Sinister with 22. And in third place is Giovanni Porcelato from Trail with 18 points. So let's go ahead and meet the team while we take part in warm-up.
Charlie Mooring, number 17, center.
Davin Sinister, 21, left wing.
Logan Day, number 16, right winger.
Wes Meekins, number 9, center.
Braden Douglas, number 11, left wing.
Lucas Carrion, number 12, right wing.
Owen Scott, number 2, center.
Nicholas McAllister, number 10, left wing.
Nash Riddell, number 14, right wing.
Blake Douglas, number 15, center.
Malcolm Hughes, number 4, right wing. Matthew Nugent, number 7, right wing.
Chase Coverly, number 5, defense.
Cole Pendre, number 19, defense.
Jacob Conings, number 6, defense.
Cecilia Smith, number 18, defense.
Declan Goulalon, number 20, defense.
Max Fogarty, number 8, defense.
Wilton Poitras, number 1, goaltender.
Alex McCoggan, goalie, 31.
All right, so we got 4 cameras set up here today for those watching online. We got the main camera, we got the left and right side, and we got the interview view up here. So you got myself. We got all the traffic walking by here, checking it out. So there may or may not be an interview at Ice Clean. We'll find out. It'll be up to Coach Coverly if he wants to come up for the interview. So yeah, that's our screens here today. As we take a look at the warm-ups going on here. Main feed is at the bottom. We got the home side, away side. Is Jeff coming? Okay, good. Our scorekeeper, Jeff, is coming, which is good. So that's our feeds, folks. I hope you like it. Make sure you drop some comments in. We're always open for changing up the stream, watching things go. So if you want to be on the stream, make sure you drop a message. Once again, Andrew Pendre didn't send me the photo he was supposed to, but fan of the week this week is Sue Pendre. Tuning in from Mexico. You'll probably be fan of the week next week as well, because we want to make sure we get your photo on the stream. When you see Andrew, make sure you tell him to send me your photo so we can get you on the stream. I know you want to be fan of the week, and you are the fan of the week. When you tune in from Mexico, folks, you are automatically fan of the week. All right, YouTube, we don't own the rights to the music being played at the rink, so please don't shut us down. We are back. Rockets hockey. We got Doug and Dan here at the production. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. You know, we took some efforts in here putting this on. But we got it set up. Should be a pretty good feed here today. Hopefully everything runs smoothly. Like I said, drop your comments in the comment section. You can be featured on the broadcast. There's a Terry Terrian sighting. Two-time Terrian Coach of the Year, Terry Terrian, walking around over there, getting a gym workout or something like that, not sure. All right, so face off at center ice here. We got McAllister, Riddell, and Meekins. It's the first time all year we've had all 12 forwards playing. So it's good to see, no suspensions, no injuries, and we're off. Konings has the puck, looking for McAllister. Just missed, Kavlak picks it up. Goes right to Carlson. Carlson goes and dumps it in. The big dog McCoggan plays it behind the net. Puck is cleared up the boards. Meekins clears it out. Puck comes out, Riddell. Over to Meekins. Meekins down low, loses it. Picked up there by Poorly. Poorly whips it around. Carberly steals. Carberly steps in, he gets bumped. Another bump in the corner, Hilton picks it up. Hilton over to Bryce. Bryce back to Hilton. Back on the boards, picked off by Carberly. He dumps it deep behind the net. Mooring throws to the front. Day dumps it deep. Bryce up the boards to Poorly. Poorly almost had it stolen. Puck is covered up there by Novak. Our buddy McCoggan's not here, so I will make some adjustments and we'll do the clock ourselves. Puck's in the zone. Simister behind the net. Back to Mooring. Simister almost steals. Puck clear to the line. Pendre keeps it in, down to Simister. Simister takes a shot, saved by Novak. Rebound sitting there. Shaughnessy in the lineup, just fans on it. Puck is picked up by Greg. Puck is cleared out and down. Battle in the corner. Puck out front. Williams couldn't get a clean shot off. Another save by McCoggan by Reed. Shaughnessy looks to clear. Off the glass. Puck back into the Blazer zone. Mooring looks out front looking for Day. Just missed. Stolen. Puck comes out to Douglas. Back to the line. Fogarty looks to clear. Puck is touched. It goes deep. Puck is cleared. And out. Lalonde to Fogarty. Fogarty to Douglas. Douglas dumps it in. Puck's in the corner. Puck is cleared out. Goes right to Kolchiski. Kolchiski goes far side. Thrown out front, saved by the big dog, and he covers up. Puck's in the corner. Out to the neutral zone, right to Terrian. Terrian comes in, takes fans on the shot, saved by Novak, and in the net it goes. Terrian with the goal. Lucas Terrian on his own rebound. 1-0 Rockets. Unfortunately, I guess McCoggan's back working on the score clock, which is good. Hughes walks in, takes a shot, it goes wide, covered up by Novak. So now Dan can focus on his changing cameras here. We don't got to worry about McCoggan. Face off to the left of Novak. Puck's in the corner. Coverley takes a shot. Puck is cleared to the line. Shot by Konings. Rebound sitting there. That was Provencher, looks to clear. Puck is bumped up to the neutral zone. Kavlak comes in, he gets bumped. Nugent looks to clear. Hughes in the corner. Back to the line, Hilton takes a shot, saved by McCoggan, rebound sitting there. Right out to Provencher, Provencher shot wide of the net. Back to the line. Puck comes out, Hughes. Fans on it. Puck's in front of the benches. Back to the captain, Hilton. Hilton up the boards. He heads up on Williams' stick. Williams comes in. Carlson. Can't get around Meekins. Meekins clears to the line. Hofer, shot, blocked. Pendre regroups in his own zone. Pendre looking for a pass, just missed Meekins. Puck is dumped in by Poorly. Shaughnessy over to Pendre. Pendre up to McAllister. Far side over to Riddell. Riddell to the middle to Meekins. She shoots it wide. Hofer behind his net. Leaves it right for Hilton. Hilton has to regroup in his own zone. Hilton behind his net again. Puck is kept in at the line by Day. Day dumps it down. Hilton goes for it. Puck is cleared. Carlson. Back to the line. Fogarty takes a shot just wide of the net. Puck comes out. Lalonde over to Fogarty. Fogarty dumps it in. Mooring in the corner. Puck is cleared out by Williams. Puck goes down the ice. Fogarty goes back for it. Builds up some speed behind his net. Goes for a skate up the middle. Puck goes in deep. Fogarty throws to the front, covered up by Novak. Face-off will be to the left of Novak. Watch from Yuma, Arizona. Glad the Shaughnessy's are watching. Love it. All the people from out of country watching down in America. We're up here in the 51st state. Terrian heads to the corner. He gets bumped. Puck goes high in the air. Reed couldn't handle it. Turned over to Scott. Scott. Williams gets bumped. Reed. Reed in the corner. Over to Holmes. Holmes has it intercepted by Scott. Scott dumps it in. Kulchiski picks it up. Kulchiski throws it up right. Intercepted there by Konings. Puck's in the corner. Douglas has a stolen shot by Terry and saved by Holmes. Puck cleared to the line, kept in by Konings, bumped by Reed. Puck cleared out the near side here by Kamloops. Couldn't tell. Possible break here. Reed gets the puck. Turned over to Douglas. Douglas to Hughes. Hughes walks in, takes a shot just wide of the net. Puck's in the corner. Comes out front for Coverley. Puck clear out by Kavlak. Shot by Pendre, saved by Novak. Pendre again. Loses the puck. Hoodless is there. Poked at it. Turned over, Hoodless. Couldn't quite handle it. Now goes over to Robinson. Robinson looks to clear, kept in by Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy down to Hughes. Nugent pokes it to the corner. Nugent bumps his player Hilton into the boards. He's going to get a penalty here. As he touches, that means we're going to a Fogues audio penalty kill. If you got an event coming up, need some staging equipment, lighting, sound, or staging, you're going to talk to Dan Fogarty, Fogues Audio. He'll hook you up. So face-off will be back in the Rocket zone to the left of McCoggan. I must say, Dan, I'm quite honored to be joined by missing 2 tournaments of the year, Terry Terrian, below us. He's not on camera. I don't want to embarrass him. Puck goes back. Hofer gets rid of it. Shaughnessy fires it back down. Puck picked up by Provencher. Provencher throws it up there. He misses. Puck goes down. Shaughnessy trips, falls into his own net. Hofer in the corner. Nothing dangerous happened to that play, so that's good. Puck is cleared out down by Meekins. Played behind the net by Novak. Goes right to Hilton. Hilton crosses the line, takes a shot wide of the net. McAllister's there. McAllister looks to clear, and does. Over to Hilton. Hilton to the middle. Right to Williams. Williams down low. Back to the point. Shot. Saved by McCoggan. Puck comes out front. McAllister gets it, clears it. And down the ice it goes here. Novak forced to play it. 46 seconds left in the penalty. I believe that's Williams. Holmes with some speed. Turns it over. Rockets have it. Fogarty tries to clear it. Kept in. Puck is down low. Puck is cleared down the ice, behind the net. Hedman looks to clear, Simister's there. Behind the net, Hedman again. Goes up to Robinson. Robinson pressured by Simister, but he gets it over to Carlson. Carlson pokes at it, goes in deep. Puck's in the corner. Cubberly clears it off the boards. Simister looks to clear, he can't. Puck gets dumped in deep. Cubberly up to Mooring. Mooring clears it to the line. Mooring skates onto it. Simister pokes at it. Nugent chips it out. Puck in front of us here. Lots of bodies. Puck cleared out. Partial break, but Hilton shut it down. Poorly now has it. He gets jammed. Terrian over to Cubberly. Cubberly tries to clear. Can't. Stolen. Scores. Kavlak on the turnover. It's a 1-1 game now with 9:54 remaining, first period. Turnovers will kill you, and that one just killed us. But plenty of time to regroup here. As 2-time Ringette Coach of the Year Terry Terrian says, just set up the triangle play in the offensive zone and you'll be successful. So as long as the Rockets can do that, set up that triangle Terry play, they'll be fantastic. Bryce goes up to Reed. Reed over to Kavlak. Kavlak walks in, takes a shot over the net. Gregg on the rebound, couldn't handle it. Goes to Terrian. Terrian looks for Douglas, just missed him. Bryce picks it up. Has pressure by Douglas. Puck cleared to the line. Pendre walks in, shoots. Glove saved by Novak. Rebound sitting there under his pad. He didn't see it, but he does make the save. So face-off will be to the left of Novak. Face-off won by the Rockets. Puck goes back the line. Shaughnessy just misses it. Puck comes out. Shaughnessy over to Pendre. Pendre just clears it down the ice. Right on net. Novak forced to play it. Right to Poorly. Poorly around. Into the corner. It's right to Robinson. Robinson goes cross ice. Hilton battles Hoodless. Pendre skated onto it. Nugent couldn't clear. Hilton hits his player. Back to the line. Shot by number 10 and out of play. That was Williams that took the shot. So face-off is going to be in the Rocket zone to the left of McCoggan. 8:45 left. Shot 7-6 Kelowna. Push forward by Williams, takes a shot, blocked. McAllister has it, looks to clear, he chips it around Hilton. Hilton takes him down. Puck cleared behind the net. Hofer clears to the line, puck comes out. Picked up by Fogarty. Fogarty around for Lalonde. Lalonde skates back, gets it to Fogarty, over to Riddell. Riddell to Meekins. Meekins looking for McAllister. Picked off the line by Holmes. Williams to Robinson. Robinson tries to dump it in. Can't get deep. Lalonde is there. Off the boards. Picked off by Hedman. Puck cleared up. Intercepted by Fogarty. Fogarty with some speed. Gets it in deep. Puck's behind the net in the corner. Riddell gets it down low for Holmes. Puck on the far boards here for Venture. Puck is cleared out to the middle here. Robinson, he gets bumped by Fogarty. Puck goes in deep though. Coverly has to regroup behind his net. Over to Fogarty. Fogarty gets it out to the neutral zone. Puck is cleared down into the corner. Picked up by Coverly. Coverly bank off the boards. Looking for Fogarty. Puck's down low. Up to Simister on the boards. Simister pokes at it. Pushes it forward. Simister still skates onto it. Walks in. Takes a shot. Blockered away by Novak. Simister takes a look. Couldn't get a pass. Bounce to Novak. Ends up in the corner. Hilton looks to clear. Puck does come out of the line. Puck is dumped in onto McCoggan. Gotta love those ones because they count as shots. Easiest shot save of the night. 6:36 remaining here, first period. Shots 8-7 Rockets. Kamloops wins the draw, back to the line. Puck is dumped down to Poorly. Picked off by Konings. Over to Douglas. Douglas. So over to Terrian. Terrian. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Puck is cleared out. In the corner. Picked up. Stolen by Hofer. Hofer walks in, bumped by Scott. Carlson's there. Coverly bumps him. Puck is still in the line. Terrian chips it over top of the defenseman. Hofer goes back over to Hilton. Hilton back to Hofer. Hofer fans on it. Hoodless couldn't steal. Puck goes back to Hilton. Hilton skates up. Hoodless looks to bump him. Konings jams him. Konings pastes his player onto the boards. Hilton. Konings takes a bump, goes right to Hoodless. Hoodless loses it as it's picked up by Nugent. Over to Hoodless. Hoodless just missed. Puck turned over to Williams. Williams dancing. Picked up by Reed. Reed back over to Holmes. Puck dumped in by Kamloops. Pendre looking for Hoodless. Puck comes out. Down back in, over the net, and wide. Shaughnessy skates onto it. Looks to chip it by, can't get it out. Puck is kept in, but Pendre picks it up. Pendre looking for Hoodless. Hoodless to Nugent. Nugent to Hughes. Picked off by Greg. Greg has to go back in his own zone. Looking for Hedman. Hedman can't get it past Meekins. Puck's in the corner. McAllister comes out. He gets bumped by Williams. Goes right to Meekins. Meekins back to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy towards the net. Holmes picks it up. Whistle goes, and it looks like we're going to have a Kamloops power play, or Kamloops penalty here. So with 4:07 left in the first period, we're going to a BC Sportswear power play. Got a couple of comments here. A couple of laughs, must have been in the reference to the 51st state. John Douglas, go Rockets. Way to cheer. Keep cheering loud, John. Face-off will be to the left of Novak. Face-off one, back to Lalonde. Lalonde looks over to 40 shot. Simister deflects, but couldn't get the shot off. Puck comes out front again. Mooring, shot, scores! Charlie Mooring on the rebound. 2-1 Rockets. With 3:56 remaining, first period. Kamloops has possession, stolen by Mooring. 2-1-0. Mooring shot, scores! Back-to-back goals by Charlie Mooring. 3-1 Rockets. Right off the draw, you love to see it. That's a statement face-off. See if they can go for three, get a natural hattie for Mooring. Hearing from Creston, gotta love it. Kamloops has possession. They walk in, shot saved by McCoggan off of Cadillac. Fogarty looking for Simister, just missed him, and icing is the call. So face-off will be the left of McCoggan. Destin Eakins with some cheering on the last goal. Puck on McCoggan. McCoggan plays it right to Cubberley. Cubberley to Terrian. Terrian over to Scott. Whistle goes. I guess there's some behind the play. Got a head contact penalty. Looks like Terrian. He's been playing too much UFC on the PlayStation, so he forgot that he's not playing UFC 5, he's playing hockey today. Mr. Perfection, Fogarty's adjusting our near side camera here, so we'll just go back to this view. Puck's picked up by Scott, and he just backhands it. Down the ice it goes. Picked up by Holmes. Holmes near side here to Carlson. Carlson looking for Poorly. Poorly couldn't handle it. Puck is cleared down the ice. Novak plays it to Holmes. Holmes. He stops. Up to Carlson. To the neutral zone. Picked up by Williams. Williams crosses the line. Can't get around Scott. Turned over. Carlson shot. Just deflected wide. Poorly back to the point. Hilton can't handle it and deflected down the ice by the Rockets. Stretch pass intercepted by Pendre. Pendre walks in, takes a shot off the crossbar, and out of play. Nice shot by Pendre. It was labeled. It was labeled.
Good afternoon, Doug. The pick is in for fan of the game.
That's right. The pick of the fan of the game is in. There might have been a sneak peek by accident, but we'll get it displayed for the first period here. Puck picked up by Hilton. Nugent bumps him. Greg has it now. Greg turns it over right to Nugent. Nugent just couldn't get it by him. Now he does, but then he turned it over. Kolchiski gets it to Hilton. Hilton cuts across the line, but offside was number 18, Laszlo Reed. So face-off will be in the neutral zone. Mr. Perfectionist, Mr. Fogarty, keeps adjusting all these cameras. I don't know what's going on anymore. Face-off in the neutral zone. Kavlak up against Meekins. Hughes swats at it. Greg pokes it, goes right over to Kavlak. Kavlak turns it over. Greg. Pendre. Down low, shot by Kavlak, saved by McCoggan. And McCoggan forced to cover it up. Puck comes loose. Behind the net, gets thrown out front. Penalty is now over. Hughes skates it. Takes a shot, but it doesn't make it to the net. Cleared by Hedman. Holmes picks it up for Kamloops. Ends up in the corner. Puck's behind the net. Riddell. McAllister looks out front. He gets bumped by Kavlak. Played by Holmes. Lalonde looks to keep it in. He does. Lalonde in the corner. Takes a shot off the crossbar, off the post. Out front, Day takes a shot. Scores! Logan Day, 4-1 Kelowna with 45.6 seconds left. First period. 4-1 now. That's what we need. Goals, 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 and plenty of goals. That's how you win the game, by scoring more goals than the other team. You don't win, you don't get a participation trophy for showing up anymore. This is an elementary school. Center ice, Williams has it, comes into the zone. Lalonde gets it up to Simister, who chips it. Bryce kept it in though. Robinson walks out, shot, saved McCoggan, rebound, saved, another rebound, cleared wide. Puck goes out, past Bryce. Down the ice it goes, no icing, or it is icing, it is. So the face-off with 19 seconds left will go back into the Rocket zone. Face-off will be to the left of McCoggan. Williams tries to go forward, Day is there. Puck is cleared to the line and out it goes. And puck is behind the net, and with 7 seconds left, Fogarty looks at it, clears to Simister, puck's deflected in. And, oh, Mooring had a great opportunity at the buzzer. So that'll conclude the first period. So after one, shots are 12-12. See, there's a bunch of comments in here. But before we do the comments, it's time for fan of the game. And Jeff McCoggan scoured the arenas and he found his fan of the game. Lethbridge Hurricanes fan Reed Scott there. Chilling, enjoying the game. So congratulations to Reed Scott for being fan of the game.
That's Will's number.
And that's his son's number, Will Scott. So you gotta love that. So we're back here at the end of the first period with Dan Fogarty here. It's a good first period for the Rockets, 4 goals. You like to see it. It was a quick start for them. You want to get that first one early and often. So far, so good for the team. They just got to keep up the forecheck, keep hitting, and keep getting lots of shots in this goalie and, dominating the game like they should. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. We may or may not have an interview with Ice Clean here. So we'll go back to the main feed. Hope everybody's enjoying the multiple feeds here. Tessa with the comment, great first period, boys. They'll appreciate that. Thanks, Tessa. Don't forget two-time tournament missing Terry's right here too, right? All right, face-offs at center. Day wins a draw to Simister. Gets it back to Day. Day to Mooring, fumbles it. Kavlak kicks at it. Puck is picked off by Konings. Konings gets it to Mooring. Mooring looking for the hat trick, takes a shot, blocked. Puck's in the corner. Mooring battles. Day runs into him, but he's going to get a boarding penalty. A little close to the boards. So with that, the Rockets are going back to the Fogues Audio penalty kill. Oh, the link? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so Fogues Audio penalty kill. You got an event coming up. Need some lighting, staging, sound equipment. Dan Fogarty, Fogues Audio. If you need an MC, Kim Fogarty's available. Her and her bells. She'll be cheering loud, and she's got that megaphone, and you need the energy. She's the one to bring. Fogues Audio. Hilton carries the puck up for Kamloops. Gets the line. Gets it to the corner. Throws it out front. Puck's picked up by Konings and cleared. Hedman goes back for it. Throws it up the middle. Poorly. Behind his net, gets it to Carlson. Carlson. Pressured by Scott. Goes right to Kolchiski. Kolchiski to Hilton. Hilton turns it over at the blue line, so face-off will be at the blue line. I'm glad you like it, Leah. We think it looks pretty cool, so we'll keep it going. No complaints. Hope the tournament's going well in Kamloops for the girls. Holmes gets it, dumps it in. Behind the net, Shaughnessy. Stolen in the corner, puck gets thrown out front. Williams takes a shot high and wide. Hedman steps down. Has it stolen by Pendre, and puck comes out and down the ice. Holmes behind the net, has the button hook. He gets bumped. Williams turns it over. Nugent's there. Nugent intercepted by Terrian. Kamloops tries to get in their own zone, or the Kamloops or Kelowna zone, picked up by Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy hassled, falls down, lost the blue tire. Puck was shot, saved by McCoggan. Hilton takes a shot, blocked by Fogarty. Fogarty clears. Right down to Holmes. Holmes. Puck is cleared into McCoggan. Shaughnessy looks to clear, kept in by Williams. Williams gets bumped by Shaughnessy. Puck behind the net. Fogarty clears to Bryce. Shaughnessy again. Up to Hughes. Hughes gets it to Day. Day with Hoodless. Day takes a shot, scores! Logan Day, 5-hole, 5-1 Rockets. 17-16 remaining, second period. Face off at center here. Rockets win the draw. Goes back into their zone. Fogarty leaves it for Lalonde. Back to Fogarty. Fogarty in his corner. Looks to clear. Kavlak. Can't get it out. Goes to McAllister. McAllister to Riddell. Riddell takes a shot. Saved by Novak. Whistle goes here. 16:54 remaining. Second period. Once again, we want to thank Janice for providing the power bank here for us. Works great. Meekin's on the draw. Puck is picked off. Rockets have the puck. Puck is cleared out. Riddell. Over to McAllister. McAllister gets bumped by Hilton. McAllister out front. Robinson has it. Bumps his player. Goes back to Hilton. Hilton goes around for Hofer. Hofer to Kavlak. Kavlak to Wright. Wright takes a shot, but offside. So face-off will be in the neutral zone. Kolchiski has it for Kamloops, takes a shot, it goes wide. Picked up by Konings. To Coverly, Coverly up to Mooring. Kept in, shot, saved by McCoggan. Shot hits the side of the net. Puck goes across ice, cross crease. McCoggan finds it, covers up. .58 to go here, second period. Shots 14-14. Puck comes to Mooring. Mooring makes a move. Looking for Simister. Simister shoots. Puck sitting there on the rebound. Right out to Konings. Konings takes a shot, blocked. Day is there. Looking for Mooring. Mooring goes cross ice. Puck is cleared out by Provencher. Robinson turns it over to Simister. Simister to Mooring. Mooring deflects it. On net, Novak feels the pressure, covers it up. 15:22 to go. Second period. Scott wins the draw. Puck is dumped in by Terrian. Douglas is there. Puck goes to Carlson. Carlson chips it by Shaughnessy. Down back to the Rocket zone. Pendre looks to regroup. Gets it to Douglas. Hilton went for his brother Hilton. Puck ends up behind the net. Terrian pressuring. Douglas joins the play. Picked up by Porley. Porley over to Carlson. Carlson looks to clear. Shaughnessy. He gets bumped by Porley. Carlson gets it to Porley. Shot from the line by Hilton, saved by McCoggan. Porley goes out front, intercepted by Douglas. Williams keeps it in. Carlson down low, throws it out front to Porley. What a save by McCoggan. Puck is cleared out. Hilton over to Hilton. To Williams, but offside. 14:15 remaining. We got some new angles by Dan the Perfectionist, so we got some new angles for you guys to check out soon. Nugent wins it back to Lalonde. Lalonde over to Fogarty. Fogarty looking for Hoodless. Hoodless gets it. He gets bumped. Throws it back to Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot. Saved by Novak. Puck up on the near boards here. Cleared up. Stolen by Lalonde. Puck cleared again. Carlson has it. Or Kavlak actually turns it over to Lalonde. Lalonde just dumps it in. Puck goes behind the goal line. Hoodless picks it up. Loses it. Still battles. Nugent pokes at it. Goes right to Kavlak. Kavlak gets it to Reed. Reed dumps it over into the corner. Puck shot towards the net. Gregg takes a shot. Saved by McCoggan. .25 left to go, second period. Rockets win the draw, goes right to Cubberley. Cubberley clears it, down the ice it goes, but penalty's over. So it'll be icing all the way back. Into the Rocket zone here. Face off one by the Rockets. Cubberley around his net to Konings. Konings can't clear it. Hilton was there. Puck gets poked back to the corner. Konings over to Cubberley. Cubberley up the middle to Meekins. Meekins looks to hit Riddell, but intercepted by Hofer, but Cubberley skates onto it, gets it to Riddell. Riddell over to McAllister. McAllister couldn't handle it. Goes right to Hilton. Kulchiski has it again. Goes to Hilton. Over to Meekins now. Meekins looking for McAllister. McAllister breakaway shoots. What a save by Novak. That one was labeled for the bottom left, but Novak was there to make the save. So face-off is going to be to the right of Novak. Day, Mooring, Sinister. Day goes forward. Ends up behind the net. Hilton. Day stole it, took a shot. Mooring looked out front, ended up hitting Provencher. Provencher breaks out, dumps it down. Stopped by Shaughnessy. Puck's kept in by at the line by Williams. Day looking for Sinister. Sinister looking for Mooring. Mooring takes a shot high and wide. Day goes out front to Sinister. Shot saved by Novak. Puck's in the corner. Now picked up by Williams to the line. Pendrake couldn't handle it. Now he does. Picked off by Wright, I believe. Shot just wide. Sinister looking for Mooring on the stretch, but intercepted by Provencher. Day steals from him. Day crosses the line. Intercepted by Sinister. Sinister takes a shot over the net. Mooring throws it out front, looking for Sinister, just missed. Day is there, takes a shot, saved by Novak. Hilton looks clear, kept in by Day. Puck goes back to line, Fogarty shoots, saved by Novak. Out front to Mooring, and Novak covers up, 11:20 remaining, second period. Face-off will be to the right of Novak. Scott on the draw with Douglas. Scott wins it back to Fogarty. Fogarty down to Douglas. Douglas back to Fogarty. Fogarty takes a shot. Scores! Novak deflected into his own net. I'd love to see that happen if you're a Rockets fan. 6-1 Rockets here, 11:11 remaining, second period. Good things happen when you throw the puck on net. Just ask Max Fogarty. 6-goal game for the Rockets. On the draw, Terrian ends up with the puck, takes it in. Terrian gets bumped, looks out front. Fogarty back to the line, takes a shot. Hits by Novak, save. Rebound sitting there. Backhander by Scott, couldn't put it in. So we got 10:58 remaining here. 58 seconds left till the ice clean. Nugent wins a draw right back to Fogarty. Fogarty backhands it in and out of play. So they're going to have the face-off inside, surprisingly. Should be outside, but that's fine. We'll take it. Nugent. Puck goes back to the line. Lalonde gets it deep. Hofer. Stolen by Hoodless. Hoodless throws it out front. Puck shot towards the net by Nugent. Hofer. Regroups behind his net. Off the boards, Lalonde missed it. Down the ice it goes, no icing. McCoggan plays it. Fogarty couldn't handle it. Lalonde clears, no icing. Hofer picks it up. Bucks in the corner. Meekins throws it out front. That was Hughes out front to Meekins. Meekins can get a shot back to Fogarty. Shot blocked by Kolchiski. Hughes back to the line. Shot by Lalonde. Rebound. Next whistle will be the ice clean. Hughes behind the net, and we're going to have a penalty here. Cross-checking. To Hoodless. But that'll bring out the ice clean, folks. So at the ice clean, score 6-1 Kelowna. Shots are 24-18. We'll find out shortly if we're going to have an interview here. So we'll find out if we're going to have an interview here with Coach Coverley. If we do, we will switch. We'll switch it anyways. So if he does come up here, we could have our interview, but looks like he's going to go to the room with a 6-1 lead. So maybe we'll get him before he comes back on the bench. But all right, folks, we will shut the sound down and we will go to the ice clean, which is right here. We'll see you shortly. back. I want to thank Coach Coverly for stopping by there for a quick interview. So the face-off's going to be back in the Rocket zone. We do have a penalty to Hoodless. All right, face-off to the right of McCoggan. Scramble draw, Kamloops picks it up, shot by Reed. Puck is cleared out by the Rockets. Kavlak goes back for it. Gets it over to Holmes. Down to Reed. Reed tried to hit Gregg. Puck was picked up by Fogarty, and down the ice it goes here. Kavlak. Down to Reed. Reed back to Holmes. Holmes stops. Over to Kavlak. Kavlak over to Kolchiski. Puck is cleared out. Riddell chops at it, and down it goes. Kavlak. Puck dumped in, shot by, I believe that's Gregg. Reed over to Kolchiski. Kolchiski to Gregg, shot, saved by McCoggan, rebound sitting there. McCoggan finds it, covers up. Alon drops Reed. Fogarty dropped Gregg, and then Alon fell. Got a great view set up there by Fogue's audio camera. So face-off is going to be to the left of McCoggan. Puck to the line, Hilton. Down to Robinson. Robinson shoots, scores. Low one fooled McCoggan, so now we're at a 6-2 game here. Once again, YouTube algorithm, we don't own the rights to music being played, so don't shut our feed down. The people at the rink may or may not own the rights, so please contact Kelowna Memorial Arena for further clarification. So face off at center. Scramble draw. Sinister gets it. Over to Coverly. Coverly tries to clear. Out to Mooring. Right has it. Gets it in. Coverly's there. Shoots it around. Sinister. Can't clear. Robinson gets bumped. Puck's behind the net. Right, or Konings clears it out just past Sinister. Mooring gives chase. Hilton picks it up, rims it around. Day's gonna get there. Day down low. Sinister behind the net. Backhand out front to Mooring. Scores! Charlie Mooring with a hat trick. 7-2 for the Rockets. Nice little pass by Sinister to Mooring. All right, face of a center. Scott wins it to Pendrate. Pendray off the boards. Goes right to Kavalak. Kavalak walks in, takes a shot, gets deflected. Puck's behind the net. Pendray goes up to Scott. Scott loses it. Douglas is there, so is Pendray. Kept in by Pendray, right to Scott. Scott tries to get a shot off, can't. Hilton has it. Hilton rims it around. Stolen by Scott. Puck goes deep. Holmes. Over to Hilton. Hilton looks for Robinson, but he missed. And icing with 7:02 left, second period. Face-off will be to the right of Novak. Shots 25-22 for the Rockets. Nugent gets it over to Hoodless, but he can't handle it. Holmes does. Holmes. Poorly, down low. Gets bumped. Back to the line. Fogarty takes a shot. Saved by Novak. Puck goes to the corner. Lalonde steps down, keeps it in, goes right to Hughes. Hughes back to Lalonde. Lalonde shot. Saved by Novak. And he covers up here. 6:42 remaining. Second period. Face off to the half boards. Hilton, bumped by Hughes. Kolchiski's there. Hughes lost his stick, still able to pick it up. Picked up by Kolchiski. He rims around looking for Poorly. Poorly throws it to the middle, intercepted by Nugent. Goes back to Poorly again. Poorly clears. Right to Carlson. Carlson dumps it in. Back to the corner. Fogarty skates onto it. Takes it to the corner. Picked up by Nugent. Over to Hoodless. Hoodless gets bumped. Back to the front. Carlson shoots, blocked by Lalonde. Goes right to Fogarty. Fogarty dumps it behind the net to Lalonde. Lalonde over to Hughes. Hughes dumps it in. Holmes. Puck cleared out, intercepted by Riddell. Knocked Riddell, shot, oh, high over the net at the top corner. Couldn't get there. Konings takes a shot, knuckler over the net. Puck poked past Coverley. Meekins goes back for it. Meekins skates are in. Meekins feeling it. Gets knocked down. Puck directed towards Novak. He covers up. 5:14 remaining. Second period. Face-off's going to be to the left of Novak. Meekins wins the draw right back to Coverley very cleanly. Coverley couldn't handle it. Puck banked to Meekins. Meekins gets hit by Carlson. But it goes right to McAllister. McAllister out front. Koning skates into it. Down to McAllister again. McAllister takes a look. Back to Meekins, right out to Riddell. Riddell couldn't get a good clean shot off. Puck comes to the line. Stolen. Reed leaves it for Hilton. Hilton shoots high over the net. Williams is there. Williams dumps it down. Reed's there. Out front, shot saved by McCoggan. Greg feeling the wrath of the Rockets. You don't come to the front of our net unless you want to pay the price. The big dog will punch back, so just ask the trail players about that. Day wins the draw, picked up by Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy to Pendray, Pendray to Simister. Simister tries to get it out, couldn't. But Pendray skates onto it. Pendray circles, gets it to Simister. Simister to Day. to Hilton. Now Simister skates onto it. Simister takes a shot off the crossbar and out of play. So face-off is going to be to the right of Novak. 4:10 remaining. Second period, 7-2 Rockets. Looks like the Ray Gouze play. Unsuccessful this time. Puck's down low. Sinister. Tried to get it low. Kulchiski picks it up. Off the boards, Robinson couldn't clear. Goes right to Mooring. Mooring, toe drag. Sinister pokes it towards the front. Day is onto it. Day takes a look. Throws it towards the net. Just missed Mooring's stick. Pendre steps in. Keeps it in. Puck's behind the net. Sinister falls into the boards. Kulchiski leaves it for Greg, who just fires it down the ice. And it has enough for icing. So the whistle goes, 3:27 remaining, second period. We'll go back to the Kamloops zone. To the left of Novak. Scott gets it to Douglas. Douglas back to Lalonde. Lalonde down to Terrian. Terrian kicks at it. Williams steals. Williams goes out to Porley. Porley couldn't handle it cleanly, so now we got a race. Fogarty gets there. Fogarty over to Terrian. Terrian to Fogarty. He dumps it in on net. Covered up by Novak. 3:03 remaining here, second period. Face off to the left, and Novak. Back to the line. The line shoots just wide of the net. Puck kept in by Douglas. Hilton. Back to Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot. The bouncer ends up in the corner. Comes up the half boards. Fogarty can't keep it in. Puck ends up in the Rocket zone. Puck comes out. And back down to the Rocket zone. Lalonde rims it around to Terrian. Puck is deflected by Kamloops, so it should be no icing, but it is icing. That was a missed call by the refs. But 2:22 remaining. It'll go back into the Rocket zone. Kamloops wins the draw, but the puck comes out. Hofer tries to get to Reed. Reed gets it in. Saved by McCoggan on the bouncer. He's forced to cover it up. So face off to the right of McCoggan. Puck scooped out, poked, almost out by the Hoodless, kept in by Hilton. Now Hoodless has it, leaves it for Nugent, but then Reed steals. Reed turns it over to Cubberley. Cubberley off the boards, puck deflects to center. Hoodless tries to go around Hilton, can't do it. Hofer skates onto it. Hofer button hooks, turns it over right to Hughes. Hughes makes a move, gets hit. Reed picks it up over to Hilton. Hilton gets hit on the boards in front of the Kamloops zone. So does Greg. Kamloops has it. Oh, they couldn't get a shot off. Kavlak couldn't handle the pass. Battle in the corner. Hughes lays him down, but it's a headshot, so that's going to be a penalty. McCoggan with the save. Another shot wide of the net. Rockets touch, and we're going to a Fogues audio penalty kill. You got an event coming up, you need some staging, lighting, sound equipment, MC. Talk to Dan Fogarty, Fogs Audio. He'll hook you up with some good equipment at a good price. Fogs Audio. Also, if you need some gym workouts, I know this guy goes by Two-Time Terry. He can get you some good CrossFit workouts or HIIT workouts, or some bedroom workouts. He can help you out with that too. So you talk to Two-Time Terry. There's a reason why they call him Two-Time. Puck goes down into the corner. Kolchiski picks it up, circles, back down to Robinson. Robinson looks out for Holmes. Holmes takes a shot, blocked away by McCoggan. Holmes gets it to, I think that was Poorly. Hedman keeps it into the line. Hedman throws it to the corner, blocked by Riddell's shin pad. And down the ice it goes. Turned over, McAllister's there. McAllister tries to get towards the front of the net, but Kolchiski's there. Banks it out to the blue line. McAllister dumps it deep. Holmes is there. Now Shaughnessy wires it on net. Gloved away. Hedman gets bumped. And the buzzer goes, and that'll conclude the second period. We got 2:52 left in the double minor to Hughes for a head contact. So shots after 2 periods, 28 for the Rockets, 26 for Kamloops. Score is 7-2. Once again, at the intermission here, we want to talk about our fan of the game, presented by BMO and Jeff McCoggan. There he is, Reed Scott, wearing his son Will Scott's jersey for the Lethbridge Hurricanes. Enjoying the game. Checking out something on his phone. So there he is, Reed Scott. So if you want to be fan of the game, Jeff McCoggan might spot you. You do a nice little pose, you too could be fan of the game. Also, fan of the week, it's actually fan of the 2 weeks, is Sue Pendre watching from Mexico. Hope you're enjoying the game, Sue, in the nice sunny climate of Mexico. I'm a little jealous. I'd love to be sitting around the pool having a couple cocktails watching the game. Also, the U15 Tier 3 Rockets are here. They play after us, so good luck to them in their game against, I believe it's Sicamous. Rockets win the draw. Goes right to Fogarty. Fogarty. Budnook's in the corner. Backhanded it to the line and out. Gregg dumps it in. Fogarty goes to his partner, Lalonde. Lalonde just missed it, though. Skates onto it and fires it down the ice. Sinister gives chase. Banks it to the far side. Kavlak makes a move. Sinister's there. Lalonde bumps Kavlak. Puck goes to the corner. Lalonde looks to clear. Hilton keeps it in. Fogarty gets it to Meekins. Meekins tried to get it to Sinister, but puck got intercepted. Battle at the blue line. Lalonde gets it and just fires it down the ice. Hilton forced back into his own zone by Mooring. Mooring forced him to throw it up the other side. Day skates onto it. Provencher ends up with it. Now it goes to Williams. Williams crosses the line, has Robinson with him, but they're pressured. Carberly's there. Robinson steals. Robinson shot saved by McCoggan. Back to the line, Hofer. Down low. Hoodless is there and clears it with a $1.17 left in the penalty. Mooring and Hofer battle. Hofer does a move, has it, throws it out front to Hilton. Mooring pressures, Provencher's there. Preventure tried to find a lead stretch pass, but that was intercepted by Coverly, and he just fires it in. Day skates onto it. Williams to Robinson. Robinson to the middle. Goes right to Holmes. Holmes walks in, takes a shot. Glove saved by McCoggan. Puck is rimmed around by Pendre. Pendre to the line. Poorly makes a move. Poorly takes a shot. Scores. Top corner. Nice shot by Poorly. Rockets couldn't clear. Kamloops makes them pay, but scores 7-3. So Rockets still in the lead, but they don't want to just win by 4. They want to win by more than that. Face off at center. Kamloops has it. Hedman. To Poorly. Stolen by Pendre. Pendre takes a shot. Saved by Holmes. Poorly. Up to Carlson. Just out past Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy pressured by Carlson. Shaughnessy with some speed. Shaughnessy. It's bumped by Poorly. Douglas is there. Whistle goes, and they were offside at the line. So just like that, face-off will be in the neutral zone. McAllister with the puck. Over to Riddell. Riddell makes a move, gets knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty for tripping. So the Rockets going back to the power play. It's a BC Sportswear power play. So if you need some hats, hoodies, toques, corporate wear, team wear, he does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. I believe there's only 2 keychains left. So if the power play hits today, you're going to go down to BC Sportswear on Monday, and you're going to go see Kyle Douglas and say, go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, and you can get one of those limited edition Kelowna Rockets keychains. Scramble draw, Riddell's there. Gets it over to Meekins. Meekins takes a shot, saved by Novak. Face off once again will be to the right of Novak. Puck thrown out front by Fogarty. Couldn't hit Riddell. Puck is deflected and out of play. And a lucky fan will have a souvenir puck if they choose. Face-off will be in the Rocket zone, or in the Kamloops zone. Lalonde over to Fogarty. Fogarty to Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot, saved by Novak. Puck ends up in the corner. McAllister takes his time. Back to Fogarty. Fogarty to Riddell. Riddell doesn't like what he sees, goes back to Lalonde. Lalonde to Riddell. Riddell takes a shot, it goes wide. And down the ice it goes. Fogarty regroups. Fogarty up to Lalonde. Lalonde cross ice looking for Meekins. Couldn't get it to him. Fogarty back to Lalonde. Rockets taking some time to get this power play going. Fogarty tries to go cross ice to McAllister. Puck was deflected. Goes right to Holmes. Holmes tries to clear, but it gets deflected to Hilton, who clears it back down to Fogarty. Fogarty, button hooks in the corner. Gets it to McAllister. In his feet. Ends up on Meekins' stick. Meekins dumps it down low to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy back to Coverly. Coverly far side to Konings. Konings to the middle. Oh, Hughes tries a little dipsy-do. Couldn't get a shot off. Back to Coverly. Coverly down to Hughes. Hughes walks in. loses the puck. Well, left it there. Coverley. Back down to Hughes. Hughes takes a shot, deflected. Nugent to Konings. Konings takes a shot, blockered away. Hilton. Nugent to Hughes. Hughes can't get a shot away. It's just sitting there. Hughes gets a chance now. Still not a good one. Pokes it back to Konings. Konings fires. Saved by Novak. Whistle goes. Face-off will be back in the zone. Do you need another battery pack? I have one in here. There's one in there. What's that? No, it's 40%. Did you... Puck comes out here. Back in the Rocket zone. Shaughnessy has it. Shaughnessy gets bumped in the corner. Sinister behind the net. Out to Day. Day back to Pendre. Back to Day. Day shot. Saved by Novak. Puck goes to the corner. Puck comes out and down the ice. Pendre. To Day. Day loses it. Shaughnessy rims it around. Right to Pendre. Pendre to Mooring. Puck was deflected by the Kamloops player. Shaughnessy gets it to Mooring. 35 seconds left in this power play. Mooring takes a shot, blocked by Kamloops. Sinister tried to get it to Pendre. Pendre had to regroup in the neutral zone. Fogarty gets it deep, gets bumped. Puck cleared to the line and right out to Preventure. Preventure has Kavlak. Kavlak, he gets bumped. Fogarty gets bumped in the corner. It's right to Day. Day with some speed. Day takes a shot off the post. Rebound cleared by Kamloops. Puck on the half boards. Mooring back to the line. He has to regroup in the neutral zone. Lalonde back to Fogarty. Missed everybody. Puck goes deep. Sinister on the forecheck. Gets interfered with by Hilton, but Holmes skates it up. Puck to the middle. Sinister pokes at it. Right back to Konings. Konings to Lalonde. Lalonde banks it to Scott. Scott dumps it deep. Terrian's there. But Kamloops has it. Hilton tries to clear and does. 2-on-1. Kolchiski shot saved by McCoggan. Puck cleared out. Right to Greg. Greg gets it to Kolchiski. Behind the net. Coverley. He gets destroyed in the corner. Hopefully he's all right. He is, but it's a high hit, so it'll be head contact penalty. So the Rockets going back to BC Sportswear power play. So once again, if you need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques, he does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. The Rockets do score on this power play. You're going to go down to BC Sportswear. There's only 2 keychains left. So if you want one, you better go get one. And you go say, go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, and Kyle Douglas will hook you up. Face off won by the Rockets. Pendre to Meekins. Meekins. Back to Pendre. Pendre to Meekins. Meekins to Riddell. Riddell back to Shaughnessy. To Riddell. Far side for Meekins. Meekins. Back to Pendre. Pendre shot deflected. Saved by Novak. Puck is cleared out to the neutral zone. Shaughnessy goes back for it. Hassled by the Kamloops player, but he gets to Meekins. Meekins enters the zone. Tries to get it out front. Puck sitting there. Shot by McAllister. Saved by Novak. Let me just plug this back in here. Watch this. Once it's on. It should. Face off to the right of Novak. Back to the line, and puck comes out. Fogarty skates onto it. Gets it down to Lalonde. Lalonde looked for Fogarty. Missed. Williams has it. Nugent in the corner. Clears it to the line. Kept in. Shot. Wide past McCoggan. Lalonde over to Fogarty. Or to Konings. Fogarty up. The 6 and 8 kill me. Does it every time. Puck shot around. Lalonde keeps it in. Back looking for Hughes. Hughes clears. Out to the neutral zone. Fogarty shakes that player off Reed. Fogarty looks for Hoodless. Hoodless deflects it. Hilton is there. Hilton loses it right to Hoodless. Hoodless gets it to Fogarty. Fogarty looking for Hughes. Hughes shoots, scores! Malcolm Hughes. 8-3 for the Rockets with 9:47 to go here in the third period. What's that? We got a black screen here. We're getting the camera back online. It's all good. All right, face off to the left of Novak. We had an offline camera, had to get it back online. Battery died. It's good now. Didn't miss much. We got a head contact penalty to Logan Day. So the Rockets are going to be penalty killing one more time. So it's a Folks Audio penalty kill. You got an event coming up. You need some sound equipment. You need some lighting equipment. You need some staging equipment. You need an MC, Kim Fogarty, Kim and her bells. She'll shake them all night long. Call Folks Audio, Dan Fogarty. Covered up by McCoggan. Mooring loses the draw, but the Kamloops player can handle it at the blue line. Puck comes out. Puck goes far side for Holmes. Holmes back to Hedman. Hedman goes far side for Cavalack. Puck is dumped in by Konings. Cavalack. Holmes looking for Carlson. Ends up on Cavalack's stick. Cavalack walks in, shot wide of the net. Puck to the line. And Konings just fires it down the ice. Picked up in the corner by Hilton. Goes around for Holmes. Holmes back to Hilton. Hilton to Holmes. Holmes gets it to Poorly. Poorly to Cavalack. Cavalack tries to get it deep, but cleared down by Pendray. Bryce behind his net. Bryce. Turns it over to Scott. Bryce again. To Hilton. Robinson now. Back to Hilton. To Robinson. Got cleared back down. Shaughnessy picks it up. Shaughnessy. Puck's behind the net, comes out front. Kolchiski shoots, saved by McCoggan. Kolchiski back to Hilton. Hilton takes a shot, blocked by Shaughnessy. Fired down the ice, but the penalty just expired and Day couldn't get there in time, so icing with 7:31 remaining. Face-off's going to be to the right of McCoggan. Rockets win the draw. Lalonde tries to reverse it to the line, kept in by Hofer. Hofer takes a shot, saved by McCoggan, rebound, picked up by McAllister. McAllister looking for Riddell, but Provencher intercepts. Robinson shoots it wide of the net. Fogarty looking for Riddell. Robinson keeps it in, right to Hofer. Hofer, he gets bumped. Puck shot around. Kept in. Hilton fans on it. Goes wide of the net. Robinson gets bumped by Lalonde. Meekins is there. He gets hit from behind. There's going to be a penalty. Riddell crosses the line. Makes a move. Saved by Novak. Puck's in the corner. Touched up by Hilton. And with 6:34 remaining, Rockets going back to one of those BC Sportswear power plays. So we need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques. He does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. You're gonna go down there on Monday, say go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, and you'll get one of those last two limited edition keychains. That's only if the Rockets score on this power play. So far, I believe it's been an Oprah on the power play. Rockets win it. Konings has it at the line, takes a shot. Glove saved by Novak. So we'll do it all over again. Hughes to Konings. Konings goes down low. Holmes gets it, rims it up the boards. Konings keeps it in. But Kavlik's there to chip it by him. Goes right to Coverley. Coverley falls. Nugent's there. Nugent throws it up the middle, intercepted by Kavlak. Kavlak dumps it down. Konings goes back for it. Konings up to Coverley. Coverley to Nugent, stolen by Gregg. Gregg tries to run. Konings does. Gregg throws it to the front to Kavlak. Intercepted. Kavlak gets it again. Shot. Puck goes to Gregg. Gregg shoots. Blocked by Nugent. Konings still has it. I thought he cleared it, but he still has it. Coverley gets it out to Hughes. Hughes couldn't handle it cleanly. Puck goes back to Coverley. To Konings. Fans on the pass. Hoodless is there. He kicks at it. Right to Konings. Back to Coverley. Rockets looking to change. Konings. Gets it over to Mooring, but he can't handle it. Puck comes out. Sinister looking for Mooring. Mooring has it. Cuts in, gets stripped up. Day gets there, throws it out front. Mooring with the back check, dumps it deep. Sinister. So Day gets a shot, saved. Puck down low. Shaughnessy. Towards the front of the net, deflects to the line. Pendre in a battle, but the puck comes out. Shaughnessy dumps it in. Picked up behind the net, poorly. Right over to Reed. Reed looking for Carlson. Couldn't get it in there, stolen. Sinister leaves it for Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy pokes it down to Sinister again. Sinister behind the net. Hilton chips it to the corner. Mooring's there. Mooring to Day. Day gets bumped, goes back to Mooring. Mooring comes up front, scores! Beautiful goal, short side. That's 9-3 Rockets. That's his 4th of the game. Charlie Mooring wants to hit the stat line. If you heard that, he said that was fucking disgusting. That was a beauty goal, I must say. That's highlight reel material for sure. So 3:59 here. Puck's in the corner of Hofert. Can't clear, shot by Lalonde, saved by Novak. Once again, folks, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It helps all your friends and family find the games by hitting the like button. It helps the algorithm. And once again, make sure you tune in for tomorrow's game. Drop some comments in the comment section and we'll get them featured on the stream. Lalonde dumps it in. Puck picked up there by Carlson. Puck cleared out. Lalonde loses it. Robinson's there, battling Lalonde. Lalonde wins the battle. Off the glass. Looking for Douglas. Douglas chips it. Douglas with another move. Douglas. Can he get a third one? Oh, he couldn't. Third move just didn't work, but there's a lot of pressure. Koning shoots. Rebound. Douglas is there. Looking for Terrian.